We actually have written a book. You might have seen that outside. And this was written when there was no precedence in our part of the world, and this is based on international case studies. And we actually have even made that into virtual reality situations, which we showed you. Some of you might have seen outside, and I still have tried it. So, very good. Again, you can see we're very practical focused, and this was used by DPOs. In fact, one of the regulators in ASEAN has quoted to us that they use it as their Bible in creating presentations to tell companies what they're looking for, right? So that has been a good testimony for us. Now, for us, we focus on operational compliance. We are appointed trainers for the International Association of Privacy Professionals and also the Open Compliance Ethics Group. Now, we have been blessed to be training also the enforcement team from Singapore, from Malaysia, Philippines, and Indonesian regulators. So with that, we have some good insights and good relationships there as well, what they're looking for. So for us, we do training consulting, and then we do a platform as well, and we are happy to partner with lawyers, with consultants as well worldwide. Now, I'll just go through in the last 3 minutes. This is from the trenches. Having now received the enforcement or investigation notice from our clients, these are the typical questions that are being asked of the DPOs. I'll challenge you, do you have the visuals or evidence to be able to support some of these questions? First is, what risk assessments have you done? Second, what relevant SOP and policies do you have? Most people can answer number 2 easily, right? Number 3, what percentage organization has been trained? Not just whether you have done any training, percentage. Number 4, how have you maintained the level of awareness of data protection competency in your organization? Has any incident like that happened before? How have you handled it? So I'll play a quick video, which is about 1.5 minutes, in terms of the visuals of how a systematic compliant company will be able to get evidence to support some of these questions.
5 of the questions require evidence and metrics to demonstrate operational compliance and accountability. So think about it. What would you show? Here's how a company with systematic compliance might be able to respond. Now, using the best practices of the privacy operational lifecycle, so the question, what risk assessments have you done and how have you reduced your risk? Here will show a regulatory compliance assessment dashboard, privacy impact assessment, data inventory, and data process mapping to identify risks. And all the risks consolidated into a risk table identifying key risks and how you treat your risks. 2. What relevant policies and SOPs do you have? Here, the company can show a compliance manual with all the key policies and SOPs deployed. What percentage of your organization has been trained? Here, the company could show an updated training record for all training and communication related to PDPA. How do you maintain the level of competency and awareness in PDPA? The company can demonstrate a systematic onboarding process for new staff that include e-learning or training, competency testing that measures and maintain a standard of awareness, tracking of updates to policies communicated. 5th, has any incident like this occurred and how have you handled it? Show an incident response system tracking data breaches, including lost devices, misplaced documents, or even third-party breaches. Show updates to case handling detailing consequences and measures taken. Being able to demonstrate accountability establishes your credibility of operational compliance with stakeholders, clients, regulators, insurers, and auditors.
So, although I use the word PDPA, that is the Singapore Act, right? But it applies equally to the other regulations. In fact, I've shown this to a few regulators and confirmed these kind of questions you asked, and they say, yeah, these are the kind of questions you want. They're shifting from compliance to accountability. That's why they're asking for evidence and who is responsible, what kind of metrics do you have. In fact, when my partner shared yesterday, we're going through the trust mark in Singapore, and they go even deeper. You have policies, can you show us scenarios, how you deploy the policies? So they want to see even down to the level how you're operationalizing these things. And that's why the accountability now is actually exacting a lot of, toll on the DPO. So for us, we developed this software to support the data protection officer. And there are 5 steps that we do that, right? Those who are experienced DPO here would know. But then again, I ask you, if you have international DPOs in other jurisdictions, how do you have a consistent framework to manage that, right? And that's what we advocate right here, because regional DPOs need to have consistent framework to be able to get reports and can understand. And when you have a worldwide conference call, it's easy to hold different people accountable, and you know what they mean when they say the 50%, it's what is the 50% they're talking about.